This is what gets me excited. I'm in my mid-40s. I'm using up the ends of asparagus. This is like where it's at for me in my life right now.
This does what kind of gets us going.
Yeah, wow. Who needs drugs when you have the ends of asparagus?
I love it. I love it.
What if I told you that the peels, stems, and scraps you've been tossing out can be transformed into a delicious meal? I'm Rachel Belle, host of Your Last Meal podcast, cookbook author, and longtime Seattle journalist. Here on the Nosh, we explore some of the region's most delicious stories. And today, we are getting scrappy. I am a huge proponent of the zero waste movement, but I still compost a fair amount of food. So I called in an expert. Joel Gameron is one of the country's most well-known sustainable chefs.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Joel.
He hosted a Hulu show called Scraps and wrote a cookbook called Cooking Scrappy, where he shows home cooks how to turn their garbage into dinner. He also hosts Homemade Live on PBS. Hopefully, we can create some zero-waste cooking magic.
I want you to look through my fridge.
Okay.
And we'll kind of figure out what we could do with some of the vegetables in there.
Okay, this is called scrap your fridge. Like I'm gonna scrap it. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get scrappy. This is kale from my garden.
Yes.
It's wilted, but what do you do with the stems?
Oh my God, the stems are crunchy and sweet. You actually treat them like asparagus. You can
Oh,
grill
really?
them. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So you do have like 2 giant bunches of asparagus. Can we do something with that?
Yeah, what should we do? I mean, this is like the ends are really woody.
You can actually blend them up. I have a really good asparagus soup.
You
that we
do?
can- Yeah.
We're using the ends?
Yes.
Okay.
You wanna do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
All right, yeah, there's...
What's that,
This
spinach?
is spinach.
So honestly, the spinach is still good, but as long as it's not slimy spinach and it's not like overly brown, I love it in like a frittata or
Yeah.
I'll saute it up.
You can
Or
just
again,
saute
blend it.
it.
Actually, can we blend it into our soup?
Sure.
Ooh, you have mint.
I do.
love mint.
Ooh, can you use the pickle juice to make more pickles?
Yes.
I'm just gonna have a little sip.
Okay.
So we're gonna make a soup using the ends.
Yes, I'll leave
All
you
right.
the asparagus, but we're gonna use
Okay.
just the part that usually gets thrown away.
Okay. I was always taught like just snap it and wherever it breaks off, but it's not true.
It's
like this
so
part
not true.
is green and people are wasting even more.
Yeah, it's, what is that, a third of the asparagus?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I've found that like it is better to just kind of trim it off instead of that breaking
Totally.
thing.
So the trick is really make like best friends with your freezer.
But she's so cold. She's not so friendly.
So like these, like the top, I don't want to mess with these onions,
Yeah.
but I don't want to throw them away. These are
Stock.
awesome for stock.
Yeah.
Or you can dry them out in the oven and make your own onion powder by grinding that
Oh,
up.
so you can just take the peels and grind it?
Yes.
What inspired you to start cooking Scrappy? Where did this come from?
You know Jacques Pepin?
Of course.
Okay. So he is a little bit of a mentor of mine, and he said, this isn't like a new way to cook. This is the right way to cook.
This is the old way, actually, the
this
way
is the right way to
grandparents
cook,
cooked.
right? And it's true. It's like at cooking school and in restaurants, we're taught that nothing should go to waste because that's like
Yes.
profit.
Yeah, it's money.
And then I read this stat that just really hit me, like in the schnoz. Like it just killed me.
Yeah.
Which was 1 out of 10 people in America, so 10% of America go to bed hungry. Meanwhile, we're wasting almost 40% of the food that we make. So we've got garlic,
Yes.
onion, and all those little asparagus bottoms.
So far besides the asparagus, it's kind of a pantry soup. Like, I already had all this stuff
Yes.
already.
It's so easy. So then we're gonna get to
Okay.
cooking. You have frozen peas, which would be great. And then this one I'm obsessed with, mint. I mean, mint and asparagus.
Can I have a little sniffle?
Yeah, sniff that. So one thing about mint is obviously you peel off all the leaves. So the stems are awesome in a tea. You can just brew,
yeah.
like make your own mint tea. Like just smell the stem.
That's my favorite tea.
Just smell the stem. It smells great.
Well, I actually saw in your book that you make a salt with the stems of
Yes.
herbs.
Yes.
How do you do that? Like a mortar and
Yeah,
pestle?
exactly. So you can bash them up with a little bit of
Okay.
salt in there, and then you can also tuck these into some sugar and make like a minty sugar.
Oh.
Yeah. So we've got mint, we've got the whole deal. You ready to get cooking?
I am. How come you're
Let's
not
wipe those
trying?
here. I got the
What?
glasses.
Oh, you got,
I got the
need,
glasses.
I wish my eyesight was worse.
The soup started like so many good things do, sauteing onions and garlic in olive oil, along with those dry, woody, seemingly inedible asparagus trimmings. Then a little water to steam and soften them up. And if you love shatteringly crisp potato chips, do not throw out your potato peels.
So think about this for a second, Rachel. I mean, haven't you ever put these down the garbage disposal?
Every time.
Exactly.
Or in the compost.
Right? And we're saving it. Like, it feels so good.
It's like rescuing a puppy.
Totally.
Ugh.
But it is something that like home cooks aren't taught. Like you watch cooking shows,
Yes.
you listen to radio segments, and it's just like no one talks about saving things.
Yeah.
And when my cooking show came out about 7 years ago, everyone was thinking about it as like garbage.
Yes.
But now we're moving into this place of obviously being really sustainable and
Right.
thoughtful. And we're really moving into this really great spot of saving things, which is great. Now, to kind of spice these up a little bit.
What about smoked paprika?
Yes. All right, this looks great. So make sure they're really spread out. They all have room to breathe.
Okay.
Look how scrappy this looks. So this will
This
be like a
does.
little crouton on top of our things. We can wash our hands. I'll pop these in the oven.
Cooking scrappy requires a shift in how we see food and a shift in habit. If you take a pause before instinctively tossing apple peels, you might save them to make apple cider vinegar. Corn cobs become corn stock for chowder, and stale tortilla chips are great in chilaquiles. Soon enough, what looked like garbage will look like perfectly good ingredients.
All right, and just look at this texture. Look at this.
It's so
and
smooth.
the color is beautiful.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be trash.
This was supposed to be trash. Ooh, look at the pink with the green.
It is beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Oh,
and now
good.
we garnish.
Yeah,
Oh, this
big.
is
Go tall with
okay.
it.
This is, I feel like, is restaurant-y.
Yeah. Isn't that kind of fun?
Look at it!
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm yelling
No, you
because
did
I
great.
just, wow.
Yeah,
I
you
love
just want to do like a
this.
big stack, right?
Ooh. And would
then-
you do a little olive oil
yes,
too?
do it.
Oh my
that
god.
beautiful?
This is beautiful. Look, this looks so chefy.
One more touch. Grab a little bit of smoked paprika.
Yeah.
And just
Poof
right
it.
over the top. Mm-hmm. Right, and that just gives you a little bit of smokiness, a little bit of color. Garbage soup has never looked so good.
Love garbage soup.
Should we try?
Yeah. The smoked paprika makes it.
You think so?
And it's so creamy.
Yes, and light. It's just all the
This
things.
is delicious.
This is something where you'd want to lick the bowl afterwards.
I will be.
Yeah.
I will be
yeah.
licking the
Yeah.
bowl.
This is dairy-free.
Yeah.
This is waste-free.
Gluten-free.
Gluten-free, and let me just say free because
free.
it's
That's true.
right. You're
Yeah.
saving all the money. I love it.
Thank you so much for coming over and teaching me how to turn my garbage into food. I always thought that I was somebody who, was scrappier than most, but I'm learning that I have a lot to learn.
We all do. Thanks for having me over. I love cooking with you.
course.
I'm gonna catch you next time.
Cheers.
I love it.
Just enjoy
Cheers.
my
Soup chat.
The Nosh was made possible in part with the generous support of Alaska Airlines.